Today we have a look at a landslide in ISCHIA, earthquakes in Indonesia, Cyber Monday, and so much more.
We have today's weather forecast with Lily Fowler and a sports update with Sarah Hughes.
Today is Monday, November 28, 2022.
We are live from Studio H12 in the Shore Broadcasting Center at Bradley Central High School, and you're watching Vox News Today.
Thank you for joining us on Vox News. I am Amber Filial.
And I'm Ian Reardon, and these are your top stories for today.
A state of emergency was declared on the Italian island of Ischia following a landslide on Saturday. Search and rescue operations continue for victims. At least 7 people were killed, including a newborn, the governor of Campania region said. Italy's Civil Protection Department says 8 people have been rescued, but weather conditions are making the search for others difficult. Officials say 209 people have been evacuated from the area.
The death toll for Monday's earthquake in Indonesia's West Java province has risen to 318 people. Rescue efforts are still underway. Officials said Saturday that 14 people remain missing. Tens of thousands of homes were damaged in the natural disaster. Nearly half of them are considered badly damaged. Disaster officials say they've built 14 shelters for those who were displaced.
Chinese police briefly detained a Swiss TV journalist at the scene of a protest in Shanghai. Mitch A.L. Puker was live on air when he reported, quote, "The tension is at peak here. I am now surrounded by 3 police officers. I will be taken to the police station after this live hit." Quote, protests erupted over the weekend across China, an unpredicted show of defiance against the country's zero-COVID policy.
Moscow has now added Facebook's parent company, Meta, to its list of, quote, extremist organizations, end quote. A Russia court ruled a few months ago that Meta had engaged in, quote, extremist activity, end quote. While the court decision included Facebook and Instagram, WhatsApp was spared. The Justice Ministry's list now includes more than 100 companies and organizations. Now millions in Russia no longer have access to multiple Western social media platforms.
The White House is getting ready for Christmas. This theme for this year's celebration, We the People, was chosen by First Lady Jill Biden. In a message from the 2022 White House Holiday Guide, Mrs. Biden says despite different traditions, Americans all believe in optimism, possibility, and unity. More than 150 people volunteered their time to help with decorations. The White House Blue Room will hold the Christmas tree, which is nearly 19 foot tall. More than 83,000 lights decorate 77 trees, displays, garlands, and wreaths throughout the White House. The First Lady will officially unveil the holiday decorations and make remarks on Monday.
2 people are recovering after a small plane crashed into a tower and power lines in Maryland Sunday night. Officials in Gaithersburg say the craft was dangling around 100 feet from the ground, which made it tough for crews to rescue the man and woman inside. During the early hours of Monday, the 65-year-old pilot and his 66-year-old passenger were taken out from the wreckage and taken to medical facilities for treatment. Although their injuries were reported to be serious, they are not expected to be life-threatening. The incident cut power for more than 120,000 residents in the area for a few hours, according to PEPCO. The FAA and the NTSB will investigate the cause of the crash.
And now let's check on our weather. Lily, what can you tell us?
It's cloudy out today, so stay tuned for the forecast right after this break. sounds awful. Seriously, awful.
But a lot better than last week.
We weren't born to follow.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford, and together,
We are Cleveland Ford.
Welcome back to Vox News. I'm Lily Fowler with your weather. And here's your weather at a glance for today. It is currently 50 degrees out with a high of 58 and a low of 44 with a precipitation of 2%. Wind will be at 2 miles per hour with humidity at 79%, a dew point of 89 degrees and a pressure of 30 inches. Visibility will be at 6 miles with a UV index of 0. The National Weather Service confirmed that a tornado touching down in Louisiana Saturday afternoon. The small town of Paradis in St. Charles Parish reports widespread property damage, but fortunately no deaths or injuries. Residents are still sorting through the wreckage. The twister snapped trees and ripped off the roof of some homes and buildings. Scattered power outages and wind damage have also been reported. Now let's take a look at our national radar. There will be rain in the north and northwest. And here is your local radar. There will be clear skies all throughout. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. On Monday, it'll be cloudy with a high of 58 and a low of 44. On Tuesday, there will be PM rain with a high of 68 and a low of 49. On Wednesday, there will be AM showers with a high of 56 and a low of 25. On Thursday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 46 and a low of 32. On Friday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 57 and a low of 49. On Saturday, there will be showers with a high of 60 and a low of 47. And on Sunday, there will be showers with a high of 63 and a low of 56. That is all I have for your weather. Here's Sawyer with your sports report.
Today we have Ohio State's unfortunate loss to Michigan, Georgia's easy win against Georgia Tech, and more after this break.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford, and together,
We are Cleveland Ford.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how leaving the house less can make you need to eat more, or why the inside of the fridge is just so interesting. But we do know how to make appliances you can trust, day after day, after day, after day.
I was told the place I was looking for didn't exist.
A place that could refine my raw talents into something greater.
Where I could ask big questions about my faith, not settling for easy answers.
And I could risk what's comfortable in pursuit of my dream.
To join with others, find my voice, and change the world.
I was told that place didn't exist.
Then I found Lee.
At McDonald's, we're making changes every day to serve you better. It's what we're made of. And serving you better means fresh beef quarter-pounder burgers. Your burger, his burger, her burger. all cooked fresh right when you order. Made from pure North American beef and just a pinch of salt and pepper. Because we think there's nothing better than a fresh beef quarter pounder burger made for you right when you order. And that's just one way we're showing you what we're made of.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. You're the one who misrepresented the facts.
Are you kidding?
Your proposal's ludicrous.
My proposal will go exactly the way I say it will.
My dead body.
I think somebody needs a timeout.
Oh, that's the power of one.
Civility. Pass it on.
One grain of sand can turn the tide.
Welcome back to Vox News. I'm Sorry Hughes with your sports report. Jim McCarthy threw 3 touchdown passes and ran for a score. Donovan Edwards busted the game open with 2 long fourth quarter touchdown runs, and number 3 Michigan beat number 2 Ohio State 45-23 on Saturday, taking down the Buckeyes with stunning ease for the 2nd straight season. Playing almost the whole game without injured star running back Blake Corum, Michigan was still able to beat Ohio State in Columbus for the first time since 2000. South Carolina pulled off a historic stunner, defeating Tennessee 63-38. Never trailing in the game, South Carolina got to work on offense right from the jump, putting up 35 points in the first half, the most points they've scored in a single half against an SEC opponent since 1995. Per The Athletic's Matt Brown, the 63 points are the most ever by an unranked team against a top 5 AP team. Spencer Rattler led the offensive attack for the Gamecocks with a career night across the board. Rattler would finish the night with new career highs in yards and touchdowns while going a stellar 30 for 37 passing. The Oklahoma transfer entered the day with just 8 passing touchdowns on the season. 4th-ranked TCU had players shuffling on and off the field as the final seconds were ticking off the clock. Kicker Griffin Kell was the last one to get into place, and the Horned Frogs executed it perfectly to stay undefeated in what was no practice situation. Kell kicked a 40-yard field goal on the game's final play, and TCU beat Baylor 29-28 on Saturday, scoring 9 points in the final 2 minutes and 7 seconds to avoid another potential playoff-busting loss on the banks of the Brazos River. Georgia Tech more than held its own against the nation's top-ranked team for much of the game, but number 1 Georgia pulled away late to defeat the Yellow Jackets 37-14 on Saturday afternoon at Sanford Stadium. Georgia Tech jumped out to an early 7-0 lead by scoring the first quarter touchdown allowed by Georgia this season. The Yellow Jackets took the opening kickoff and marched 75 yards in 11 plays for the score, highlighted by a 34-yard pass from Zach Gibson to Nate McCullum on 4 and 9. That's all I have for sports. Stay tuned for more Vox News after this break.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford, and together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Hey guys, this is Austin with Let's Bounce Rental. We're here to provide a quality inflatable for a great price. We have over 17 that's available, and we are easy to book and hassle-free. So you will never go wrong with getting a party done by Let's Bounce Rental. We are always here to provide a great service.
Our crew is dedicated to make sure your equipment arrives on time, set up properly, and without any hassle. Our job is to make sure you have access to the best inflatables so you can have the most fun possible at any event. Whether it's a school event, church gathering, or birthday party, we have the equipment for you. The best part is that we are a locally owned company. We pride ourselves on making sure our customers are taken care of. So the next event you have, plan for success with Let's Bounce Rental. Call us today at 423-435-4311 or reach us by email or website. Thank you.
Welcome back to Vox News. 2 people were found dead from gunshot wounds in a Knoxville home Sunday morning, according to Knoxville Police Department Public Information Officer Scott Erland. Knoxville police responded to the 900 block of Grave Street after receiving a call around 9:30 a.m. about 2 unresponsive people in the home. When officers arrived, they found a man and a woman who died from apparent gunshot wounds, according to Erland. KPD and Violent Crimes Unit investigators and crime lab personnel, including the medical examiner's office, responded to the scene.
A man has been taken into custody after police say he opened fire inside Ascension St. Thomas Midtown Hospital in Nashville. On Saturday, officers were sent to the 2000 block of Church Street to respond to a shots fired call and reports of a man who had a gun in the hospital stairwell. According to an affidavit, once on scene, security guards told officers they heard at least 2 gunshots go off in the stairwell and that the suspect was located on the 4th floor. Court records say officers confronted the Nicholas Zayenga, 33, with firearms and gave him commands to follow. Officers say that Zayenga followed commands and was taken into custody.
More than 70,000 people in Georgia took to the polls for the first Saturday of early voting in the U.S. Senate runoff race. Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican Herschel Walker are in a runoff race after neither was able to pass the 50% threshold in the initial election. According to the Georgia Secretary of State's office, more than 78,000 votes were cast in person Saturday. The office said more than 21,000 votes were cast in Fulton County. Georgia State Supreme Court allowed counties to offer early voting on Saturday. Additional early voting days are scheduled before Election Day, which is set for December 6.
An arrest warrant was obtained for the suspect believed to be responsible for the death of a North Carolina woman. According to Shankila Robinson's death certificate, the 25-year-old was found unconscious in a rental property in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, on October 29th. On Thursday, the Attorney General for Baja California Sur Mexico announced procedures including an extradition request are underway for an unnamed woman believed to be known to Robinson. She is believed to be in the U.S. So far, no charges have been filed. The FBI's field office in Charlotte, North Carolina, has also confirmed it has started investigating the matter.
Approximately 16,000 Hamilton County students experienced homelessness during the last academic year. 4 months into the school year and already 1,400 students have been homeless so far. That number already almost matches the amounts from 2018 to 2019 and 2019 to 2020 school years and surpasses the levels from 2020 to 2021 school year. It has even reached more than the triple amount in 2017.
A woman from North Germantown Road told police a man had made an inappropriate comment to her and she had told him she was not interested. He left and she locked her door, but around 45 minutes later, she found the same man lying in her living room in his underwear and a tank top next to a bottle of lotion, a butter knife, and multiple condoms. She believed he got in through a back window she had found had been damaged and opened. Police are still searching for the man for possible prosecution.
Chattanooga police are searching for a missing teen this weekend. Authorities say on Saturday, November 26, 2022, around 1:52 a.m., Azona Douglas left out of the side window while her grandfather was asleep and took his 2016 maroon Hyundai Sonata. The vehicle has this Tennessee tag, 742BGFT. If you have any information about the whereabouts of this 13-year-old Azona Douglas or have seen her, please call the Chattanooga Police Department at 423-698-2525.
An 18-year-old was killed and 3 others were injured Friday in a shooting after they attempted to break into a DeKalb County home, police said. Officers arrived around 5 p.m. and found 3 people, a 23-year-old, 18-year-old, and 15-year-old, who had been shot, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports. All 3 were taken to a hospital. A 30-year-old suspect arrived at the hospital later. One of the injured suspects, Tenacious McCune, died. Police say at least 4 people were inside the home at the time of the break-in. One of the suspects and a man exchanged gunfire. Officials say the shooting appears to be justified and no charges are expected. The 3 injured suspects are in custody.
Today in entertainment news, 2 big screen legends hit the small screen and go back 100 years. In a celebrity sneaker closet that's so big you can sleep in it. David Daniel has the details on the Hollywood Minute.
Jacob, you can't start a range war. Range war's already started.
Men kill quick with a bullet or a noose, but their fight is with me, and I kill much slower.
Here's a look at the first trailer for the latest Yellowstone series, 1923, starring Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford as the senior Duttons of that era. 1923 debuts on Paramount Plus on December 18th in the US and Canada and December 19th in the UK and Australia. DJ Khaled says he's hosting the ultimate sneakerhead experience, turning his massive Miami sneaker closet into a limited edition Airbnb. Guests who book for the nights of December 5th or 6th get to sleep in the unique surroundings, receive an exclusive pair of his We the Best Air Jordan 5s, plus access to an outdoor lounge with a pool and other perks, all for $11 a night, 11 being his shoe size. You can try to nab the booking beginning Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern at airbnb.com/wethebest. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
The show 1923 is shot in various cities and towns in Montana, as well as Malta, South Africa, and Tanzania. Actress Helen Mirren is from London, England. Actor Harrison Ford is from Chicago, Illinois. And DJ Khaled lives in Miami, Florida.
Today is Cyber Monday, which is the internet's answer to Black Friday deals. The official observance takes place the Monday after Thanksgiving. While internet-based companies traditionally offered their best holiday shopping on Cyber Monday to compete with Black Friday deals in brick-and-mortar stores, things have been changing. However, in more recent years, Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals tend to run together. Some start as early as the week of Thanksgiving and run right through the holiday season. But don't neglect online deals. There may still be savings to be had. Social media also ramps up advertising opportunities, bringing potential shoppers to retailers' online stores. Cyber shopping is expected to be up again this year with a predicted $3 billion in sales.
We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
You'll also find more online at our website, BCHS.TV.
Please remind your fans to like, subscribe, and share on the YouTube channel BCHS Bear Network.
Tune in each weekday for our newscast. We just can't get enough Vox.
That is all we have for you today from Studio H12 in the Shroyer Broadcasting Center at Bradley Central High School.
From all of us at Vox News, thank you for watching.
We hope you have a splendid day.
And as always, God bless and go Bears.